Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel, Life as Monique. I am your host, Monique. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I'm gonna get right to the point. This is number 5 in the series of When a BBL Goes Wrong. In the last episode, which was number 4, we see SONYA, which is her name, who goes for her BBL and has complications and ends up in the hospital after she arrives home, and she goes into a coma for 2 weeks and then wakes up. But unfortunately, guys, as it relates to this particular story, there is some really, really sad news that took place. And I'm going to go ahead on and play this, and I'll come back with my commentary. I know a lot of people want to look fabulous, fine, and a lot of you guys are beautiful just the way you are. A lot of people are out here saying, you know, they went and got a Christian BBL. And I think the young lady was being sarcastic. And they're showing you their snatched bodies, and they're showing you how glamorous they look, but they're not showing you the other side of it. And there is an ugly side to this. So let's get right at it. I'm going to show you this video. I can't turn it or flip it around any more than what it is. This is hard-headed Miami's son right here. And I think that's her daughter. And they have something that they need to say. And I'm trying to keep her story alive, but I'm trying to bring awareness that it's just not about a snatched body. People are literally losing their lives. So I want to give a balanced view of what this really is. And I'll keep reporting on this story and others like it, in addition to you guys coming into my life. So let's listen to this. Unfortunately, this is the way the son uploaded the video, and I'm not able to kind of flip it around. Let me see. I'm not able to flip it around. So let's listen to what he has to say. Okay, it's thinking.
Hey, everybody. This Tim, my sister Christina.
Yes,
Y'all know my mama, hardhead Miami. Y'all heard her story, and took part of her journey with y'all. She had more content she wanted to show y'all. She had more plans, and she wanted to talk to a lot of y'all more. But she had her final surgery she was talking about. She had it that Wednesday, and she came home. She was doing good she came home about a week later, and then on Friday, March 10th, she had a heart attack, went into cardiac arrest, and rushed her to the hospital. The ambulance performed CPR on her. They tried, attempted. They broke one of her ribs in the process of trying to resuscitate her. Yeah, they took her to the hospital, and her heart started beating on its own. But that was as a reaction to the medicine. So we gave her a little time, and as each day got on, her brain started to I guess when she first had the heart attack, it took so much time in between that and when she got to the hospital that her brain lost so much oxygen. Day by day, it kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So she never woke up, and she's not gonna wake up. Our mom died on Friday. Tomorrow, us as a family, we made the decision to take her off the ventilator so she could pass peacefully, because that's what she wanted. And I know it made her happy hearing all the words of support from y'all these past few months. She's been dealing with this since April 2022. And she was hard-headed. That's how she got here. But y'all for y'all kind words about my mama. We gonna miss her so much.
My God.
We gonna miss her.
So as you can see, that's her son, Tim, and that's her daughter. And she passed away. As a result of her BBL, she had an open fistula. She went into septic shock. She was in an induced coma for 2 weeks. Come to find out, the doctors said that her intestines had been perforated, meaning punctured or holes placed in them. And her feces had leaked into her stomach, causing her to go into get a really bad infection, which is a blood infection called septic shock, which has a 70% mortality rate. She made it through all of that, but she had an open wound in her belly. And she had the surgery back in April of 2022. This video is from March of 2023. So she had been suffering with this open wound. And I'll show you some of her other videos. And she was counting down. This was supposed to be her last surgery. She had been in pain literally for almost a year. And they had to wait until I guess she was strong enough, or, you know, certain things were a certain way so they could actually, because she had gone through, after her BBL, she went through 3 to 4 surgeries for them to save her life. But then she had several more surgeries after that. So much pain. She wasn't able to work. I know there was one video where she was saying all her bills were piling up. She spoke very highly of her kids. She said they were very intelligent, as you can see, well-mannered, well-spoken. She said her daughter, who's sitting here with her head in her hand, was getting ready to graduate. I think was on an honor roll. I think her son was on the honor roll. She had a little grandbaby, and she's no longer with us, guys. She ended up having her surgery. She made it home, according to her son, but then she had a heart attack, went into cardiac arrest. They tried to resuscitate her, and she passed away. They took her off of life support. What happened was, he said, you know, her brain wasn't getting oxygen. They call it a anoxic brain injury. You know, once your body or organs or your brain doesn't get oxygen, that the tissue will die. And, you know, you're not able to function like you normally would. So this is her family right here. Like I said, I can't flip the video around. Her son was kind enough and compassionate enough to even upload this because I wanted to know what happened to her. And last week I came online and I was like, okay, let me see what's going on with Hard-Headed Miami. Hopefully she's healing. You know, I had a lot going on in my life. So I was like, let me follow up because it's a story that I had posted on my channel. And I'm here to say that she is no longer with us. And my condolences to her son, Tim, to her daughter. She has 3 children and a husband, and they're now without their mom. She was working. That income was definitely needed, and she's no longer there. So I want to show the other side of this. All of these people out here talking about their, you know, I want my snatched waist and this is how I look, and, you know, and referring people to these plastic surgeons because they get a cut of it. Sometimes you don't know that. Sometimes some of these influencers get a cut of that money when you refer people to them. But they're not telling you the other side of the lives that are being ruined, right? They're not telling you about the other side of families that are being torn apart. This woman was in pain and agony for a whole year. And her family, she was away from her family all of that time, and she regretted it. And I'm glad she came out with her story. So people like me can bring awareness. She's no longer here to do the videos. And let people know that this is one of the most dangerous. She said it. She knew it herself. And somebody in a comment today asked me who her physician was. A lot of times they don't name the physicians, but I got some clues. And she said that her doctor was known as the GOAT. So I started doing some digging and I came up with some information, not knowing if this is her doctor, but I got another video coming up for you guys tomorrow. Some other intel that I found out. Okay. So some of you guys might be out here going to get BBLs. That is your prerogative to do. But I'm trying to warn you that this surgery is dangerous. It is one of the most dangerous surgeries ever. And do you not see, y'all probably don't understand this or know this. And I shouldn't say understand because you guys are smart. But in Europe, they stopped doing the BBLs. That's why they stopped. From what I understand, they stopped because the mortality rate, people were dying. And they were like, you're not, but they're letting them do it here in the United States for sure. So anyway, guys, enough of my rant. My condolences to this family, to SONYA, to her son, Tim. I don't know her daughters. She had another child too, 2 sons and a daughter. And she said they were absolutely and she had a grandchild, a little grandbaby, a little girl, and a husband, a mom, sisters, and she's no longer with us. So if you're thinking about getting a BBL, think long and hard. No, everyone doesn't die, but it has a very high mortality rate. But in my research that I'm doing, there are a lot of people who are botched. Their lives are never the same and they wish they had never done it. So all of these women out here, and it seems to me that they're getting women of color, Hispanic, Latinas to promote these surgeries, right? But we're the ones who are dying from them the most. So guys, again, we send our love and prayers to this family. And I'll report back on what I found out as it relates to trying to figure out who this physician was. I do hope her family has an attorney, but it's not going to bring her back. And I'll be reporting on other stories that are important to me as well. You know what I'm saying? People can do what you want to do. But if somebody tells me, hey, this surgery has a 50% mortality rate and I'm relatively healthy, right? But it's going to give you a nice figure. I'm going to pass on that. I'm passing on it because it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. And a lot of these women are in childbearing age, but I see a lot of mortality rate with Black women over 40. I don't even think it's a surgery. I think the mortality rate is even higher for people over 40, 45. And I think Miss SONYA was like 40 something years old. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. Unfortunately, let me see what else he has to say in the video. I don't think much. Let's see.
And just want to give y'all an update because I know some people been DMing the account asking about how the surgery went. The surgery itself went good. It was a good surgery, but my mom just had a weak heart. The medicine she was on the past year weakened all her organs. That's why she had to get the surgery so soon, because she really wasn't scheduled for the surgery until April. But she had to get the surgery because the medicine she was on was slowly killing her. So our mom was beautiful. She never lied about that part. Yeah, I said a prayer for us.
We are.
My mama.
We will. Wow. He says, say a prayer for him. Say a prayer for her mom. I'm a little choked up just watching it again. But Tim, we're keeping her story alive. And I hope that you get a chance to see this. Your mother may have saved some lives by just filming her journey. She knew that's what she wanted to do, but she did regret it, and she came bravely to show people what happened to her. And to me, it was to warn other people. So we're still praying for you. I hope that you see this video. I don't know if you guys have Cash App or a GoFundMe for her that's still up. I don't know what's going on, but this family is going to need a lot of support, and who knows what happened with this family. I remember before she passed away, she was like, my bills are piling up. Everything that can happen, that could go wrong, what's going wrong. He said her surgery was successful. but the medication she had been on for the whole year weakened her organs so bad that she died from the complications. So not only did she have complications from the surgery, but the complications from the complications of the multiple. She had one BBL, and I think she had probably, 3 to 4, 5, 6, like 7 surgeries after that. And every time you go under the knife or go under anesthesia, there's a chance that you may not wake up. So I'm not anti you feeling good, but this is a very dangerous surgery. And some of you women are beautiful. I just don't like the fact that they tout it and they use Black women and Latina women to promote this surgery. But we are the ones who are dying from it. They get us to promote our own demise sometimes. And this is crazy. So anyway, this is my life as Monique. I'm reporting on stories that are intriguing to me, things that make me think, and things that I think you guys will be interested in. This is my life, my story, my journey. Just wanting to bring you guys something else. All right, y'all. Peace. And I'm out.